What is leadership? So many people get confused about leadership. They think that leadership starts with title, that you have to get a title from somewhere before you become a leader. But the truth is, leadership starts from within yourself, right? When you ask yourself for direction, in moments where you are under pressure, where you need guidance, and you ask yourself those questions, you get answers. That is what leadership is more about. It is not about getting title. You don't have to be in a position of entitlement before you can talk about leadership. And that is what we are trying to figure out today. We are trying to figure out what leadership is. And one thing I've learned is this: leadership is not about authority. It is not creating confusion among other people, but leadership is creating clarity, giving directions and stability to others, especially in moments of uncertainty. That is where leadership is required from you. When you see that people are coming to you seeking for advice, they have trust in you, they believe in your directions, then you are creating leadership impact in that moment. That is the moment where you are practicing leadership. And the good thing is, you don't need anyone's permission. You don't need a title. All you have to do is start creating the impact in school, in your organization, in the community, wherever you are functioning. It is your duty to create that leadership, change the world, especially in the world that we are today. There is a lot of disaster, distraction, and people need it. People need your leadership skills. So you need to go in there and give that leadership. Now, why is this so important? Leadership is important because it gives you the structure that you need for your projects. It creates clarity. It prevents people from unnecessary work, from confusion, prevents your team from burnout, and most importantly, it leads to success in whatever way you are functioning. Now, where does leadership apply? Everywhere. In your work, in school, in your projects, in your families, and even in life. You need to understand that leadership is needed in every aspect of what you are doing. And the earlier you start understanding these principles of leadership, what it is all about, it is about giving clarity, it's about giving directions, it's about maintaining stability for others. And this can only start if you build on yourself. If you believe in yourself, then you can lead others, because you cannot take care of people who are in your charge if you are not in charge of them. Now, the first call that I'll give to you as a leader is to know that the core of leadership is understanding what you're doing, what doesn't matter, what is it that needs urgency at the moment. Because when people are unclear, productivity reduces. When people are unsure, their confidence decreases. So this is what leadership should look like for you. What do we prioritize? Who needs more attention? How can I take care of people who are in my charge? Because leadership is more about taking care of people who are in your charge and not being in charge. This simply means that as a leader, you are going to spend time on responsibilities. It is more about giving to people rather than taking. It is not sitting and clapping your hands that, oh, I have attended to the level of leadership that I deserve a title. No, that is why I earlier mentioned that leadership is more about you. It starts from yourself, seeing that you can make a difference in your community, seeing that you can make a difference in your life, then you are good for a leadership position. And if anything I've shared with you today resonated, spark a thought, a feeling, or even just a question, then hit that subscribe button. And my promise to you, alongside with my team, is to consistently bring you real, honest, and valuable content that helps you figure out project management, leadership, one conversation at a time. Thank you for being here. Cheers.